geeking out loud while you sneak around. See, I'm the one they speaking about. This key blast to throw you in the air and spin your feet around. We geeking out loud. I put the cartridge in the system and I'm hitting everybody in existence. Came to get it all. You see the writing on the wall. If I'm Naruto in the water, then I'm Sasuke before the fall. Luffy after the hockey. I'm Zoro drinking the sake. Try to fight me, I get Brocky like we Spiros and Brawley. You gon' need the HMs, the TM. I said I'm trying to hit. She said ditto in the DM. She reach in, I'm preaching. Attack of the Titans. I went colossal on the weekend. Colossus with the X-Men. I'm Wolverine, I'm a weapon. I'm hotter than everybody. I dedicated the body. You hardly outside. We geeking, you never started.
Yo, what up, geeks and nerds? It's your boy, Dr. Geekly.
Hi, and I'm Mixnia.
And today on Geeking Out Loud, we're talking about, we're a little late for it, but we're talking about the San Diego Comic-Con announcements. And yeah, so hopefully everyone's excited. Mix is very excited about it. So I'm going to let him take the lead. So.
Thanks. So, as a lot of y'all know, San Diego Comic-Con was definitely a big thing with tons of new MCU announcements. The weekend that Deadpool and Wolverine came out. Definitely check out our last podcast about Deadpool and Wolverine, by the way. But one of the biggest things that everyone is talking about is Robert Downey Jr. returning to the MCU as none other than the Doctor Doom.
Yes.
What do you think of that?
Oh, God. It's like, I've heard rumors he's coming back, but I thought he'd only be back in like a very, like, Tony Stark in Secret Wars. But then I heard, well, technically he still is coming back, but not as Tony Stark, but as Doctor Doom. And that shook me because in the comics, Doctor Doom and Tony Stark, Iron Man, they have a lot of history together. Like, they butt heads and they do all this stuff. Because Doctor Doom, if not many Marvel fans know from the Fantastic Four movies, the Fantastic Four movies, some of them weren't good, but Doctor Doom in the comics, he is a beast. Like, one of the Secret Wars comics, God Emperor Doom, he is a straight up monster. He's worse than Thanos, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. And honestly, I think that's where they may take it with the MCU in order to create Battle World and, go into Secret Wars, obviously.
Yes. But instead of Secret Wars, it's going to be Secret Wars, but the first Avengers movie is going to be called Avengers Doomsday.
Yes.
And I've heard
the title and the character.
And not only that, but the people that made the last couple Avenger movies is coming back. The Russo brothers. Yes. That excited me.
And they did Infinity War and Endgame
and Civil War
and Civil War
and Winter Soldier. So yeah, they basically did all the big MCU ones.
All of the big ones. And I heard that RDJ only came back if the Russo brothers were gonna be a part of it.
Oh, I guarantee you, Kevin. I guarantee you, if that was the case, Kevin Feige just all he had to hear was Russo. He got on the speed dial on his phone and said, "Hey man, Robert Downey Jr. come back. Y'all need to step in. I don't care how much they need to pay. Like he's gonna get that Disney money in." And he said, "I need y'all here now."
Fact.
But I mean, Robert Downey Jr. I feel like he could portray a good Doctor Doom, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think so too. Like, especially when you really look at it, Doctor Doom and Tony Stark's characters are so similar, especially when you take into account the whole Civil War thing and when Tony kind of accidentally created Ultron and what that meant. And he wanted to prepare the world so much that he wanted a shield around it. And that's kind of
and that's how Doctor Doom does. Doctor Doom does that, but only for his country. There was a comic line where it was like Another Earth, where Doctor Doom was actually president, and he got his vision. Everything was perfect and peace and everything. It's just he gets his hands bloody doing it.
Oh yeah, of course. To create.
But once he got his vision, it's like, but no, in the comic of Secret Wars, that was brutal. Like everything from like okay, in Battle World, I don't know if you remember this mix, but there were the outskirts. The Marvel zombies were like the guard dogs for Battle World.
Ooh, okay.
So yeah, like literally all the Earths colliding in Battle World. Yeah, and the Marvel zombies was the how do I say this? They were the guard dogs for Battle World, and in
Mm.
Fantastic Four, the Galactus was the herald for Franklin Richards, the Fantastic Four's son.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
can you just imagine that? Like, just comprehend that. It's like Galactus is the herald for Franklin Richards, Sue, and
Yeah.
Franklin. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
that's insane.
Very true. Very insane.
But no, it's like I always thought the person you were going to pick for what's it called, Doctor Doom was going to be the guy that
Mm.
Michael Fassbender, the guy to play Magneto in the.
I
I thought it was
mean,
good.
that could be
I thought it was
interesting.
going to be him. So, but
Maybe. I mean, that'd be interesting. I'm not opposed to
no,
it.
Robert Downey Jr. He's he is experienced. He has that wit, but he also has that
Mhm.
like I don't know. It's something about him that screams because he knows how to do the like battle suits and everything. So
Yeah,
he knows how
of
to
course.
fight like he's in an Iron Man suit. So yeah, I think he could do good.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
I'll,
agree.
but
So,
but yeah. How else do
yeah.
I say this? Doctor Doom. I'm just excited to see him in general. He's the like out of all the Doctor Dooms we've seen, I'm excited
Mhm.
for and open minded about this one the most because the other ones haven't done the best portrayal. You know.
Yeah, yeah, they sucked, but we know this one's gonna be so much better. Like,
Exactly. We got
Fox
good
dropped the ball on a
directors.
lot of things. Yeah,
And
for
we
real.
got a good actor, director, storyline.
Hmm.
Hopefully, there's no way. I don't
Hopefully.
think they can. I, I don't think they can mess it up.
I don't
Hopefully,
think they're gonna mess it up either. I think this is gonna go very well, for sure.
but since we're
Hmm.
talking about, what do you hope happens in Secret Wars and Doomsday?
Ah, man, in a sense, it's too far away. There's still other pieces that we need to see, such
Yeah.
as the new Captain America that's supposed to be coming out, what, in February?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's pretty close. So I want to see what goes on with that and if they have
Yeah.
any post-credit scenes. Because, of course, speaking of post-credit scenes with the Marvels
Yeah.
and Rambeau being in one of the
Yeah.
X-Men universes.
Yep.
Like, I want to see where that goes. And then, so many
Exactly.
other things. Like, and then now that we
Exactly.
know there's going to be a Fantastic Four, which we will talk about a little bit later, but now that we
Hmm.
know there's going to be a Fantastic Four in the MCU, think about all the multiverses and all the different versions of them besides just the BS Fox movies.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, we don't talk about them, and that's
Yeah,
the good thing about it because we got. And look, we got good actors for
we do.
the Fantastic Four movie. So,
Yep, we have amazing actors for sure, for sure.
what else? I heard it's gonna be back in like the '60s.
It is. It's like a Jetsons type of thing. You remember the cartoon The Jetsons?
I
Where it
do.
was like it was futuristic. It was like retro futurism, I think is what they're calling it.
They did
Because it
it
was
really good.
60s energy, but it was so futuristic. So it's obviously not in the current MCU thing. But if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken, we'll talk about that a little bit. I guess let's go on to the next announcement.
Okay.
So the next one is the Captain America Brave New World. We already
Hmm.
knew about that. We already know Anthony Mackie is the protagonist as Sam Wilson, the new Captain America.
Yep.
But what we learned is who Giancarlo Esposito is going to be playing. People were
Yeah.
assuming lots of things.
Yes.
But it turns out he's going to be playing Sidewinder, the leader of the notorious Serpent Society. What do you think of that?
Oh God, it's like trust me, I've heard a lot of people have theories on who he's going to play, and I mean a lot crazy theories.
Mhm.
And it's like
Yeah.
some of them that now that I think about are no. I had one dude say Charles Xavier going to be in it, and I'm like, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, this is a Captain America movie. First of all, it's like, what is Professor Xavier going to be doing in his wheelchair? And like, you see the trailer, and you see Captain
Yeah.
America just jumping through windows and everything. It's like, what does Charles Xavier have to offer in this
I
situation.
mean,
It's,
I mean, there's ways
see,
to
it's
set it, but
hard. It's hard.
there's too much to set up to get there. That's the thing.
Exactly. It's like you just throw in Charles Xavier, like,
Because I
here, have a
mean,
cookie. Like, yeah, for
because he
MCU
doesn't just
fans.
have telepathy. Like in the comics, he has telekinesis, and they might end up doing that. But once again, there's too many things to get there first.
Exactly. But the biggest
Like,
thing that we seen in it was Red Hulk.
yeah, for sure. I mean, we've already knew about Red Hulk due to the whole McDonald's thing.
I have the toy, so I know.
Yeah, because they already had a deal with McDonald's on when to set out the when to release them because when the movie was
Hmm.
originally supposed to release. But
Yeah,
with big companies like that, they can't just, change it. So,
they came.
surprise.
But we actually got to see it in the trailer. Like,
Yes.
and the fact that look, I'm gonna give it to Sam. He's kind of courageous for this. He says, "What are we gonna do when we don't agree?" And that's the real question because he's like
Yeah.
talking to
Facts.
the Thunderbolt Ross. He's like, "Okay, Thunderbolt Ross offers him to work with them," and he's like, "What if we disagree on something?" And that's when the sweat
Yeah.
drops down his face. He's like, But
Yeah.
yeah,
Like,
I
what if
heard
we disagree
Falcon.
how to handle this, basically? Like,
Yeah, I heard it. The new Falcon's gonna be in it too.
yeah, for sure. I was about to say in the last one. He was in the series,
Yeah.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Yeah. So his friend. And then I don't remember if it's gonna be in this movie, but in the comics,
Mhm.
Isaiah Bradley's grandson becomes the new Patriot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if they're gonna do that. I don't remember if that was a thing or not, but that is definitely a thing in the comics. Because technically, the guy that's about to be Kenneth Falcon in the comics was the original Patriot, if I'm remembering correctly. Um, the next thing that we found out was about the Thunderbolts, kind of a little bit. Like, it was kind of funny seeing only the dude playing Red Guardian, like, wearing his fucking costume out and doing the voice, and then be like, wait, guys, no one told me. Oh, are you there? Oh my gosh, it's so quiet all of a sudden. I guess I should just keep going. Oh, oh, yeah, okay. So I'm by myself right now. So one of the next things was Fantastic Four, which I mentioned earlier. So we got the title, which is Fantastic Four First Steps, which sounds so fucking cool. And they ended up showing like a little tiny like clip. Um, it was technically what test footage. Like it was just them wearing like certain outfits and seeing Pedro Pascal do the voice for Reed Richards, aka Mr. Fantastic. Like that was pretty cool. And it was so cool seeing the Fantastic car. Like and seeing like that it was pretty big. Like that was a really cool model of it.
Yeah.
Um yeah, for sure. Where'd you go?
Oh, I had a power outage. I was like, it
Oh
tripped me
my
out.
God, are you okay?
No, yeah, it wasn't a power explosion. It was a power outage. My laptop went off.
That's hilarious.
You said, "Oh my
Um
god, are you okay?" I was like, "Yes, I'm okay," but my laptop. But no, yeah, but yeah, all I know is I am excited for Captain America and the Brave New World. But
understandable.
it is. It's gonna be good. I'm excited mostly to see Red Hulk. Uh,
Hmm.
because I mean, yeah, it's we got to see. How do I say this? It sucks that we didn't get many announcements on San Diego Comic Con from all the Marvel stuff coming out, but uh,
I
like
mean, isn't
I mean,
um
usually we like every couple of years we've been having like several panels of phases they're going through and different movies,
true. I
and
think
it's
it's
like,
because they changed some things around that honestly they should have done. Like when they decided to announce all of those projects
mhm,
way before time, like they fucked it up. And it wasn't their intention. It was, but it wasn't. Like the dude that was like, yeah, let's just put out as much stuff as possible. Like, no. And then people got mad that some of the content just wasn't as up to par. And content was
Yeah.
iffy. CGI in certain things, storyline in others, the pandemic for me.
CGI was. I'm not gonna lie. I love the MCU so much, but you can
Yeah,
admit, and I guarantee you, everyone can. They messed up some of them CGI bad, like scary bad. And it's like, what
yeah.
are you doing? It's like y'all have the money for this. Y'all know what y'all
You would
did.
think.
Y'all know what y'all did. So
Although it was hilarious at the last episode of She-Hulk when she was talking to Kevin, but it was like a robot.
oh
And they
my
were talking about
god.
how the budget, like they had to turn her from the She-Hulk form to back to her regular form. And they were
Oh
like,
my
yeah,
god.
the budget had to go elsewhere. And then you hear like the drums and shit that you hear from Wakanda type shit. And I'm like, wait a
Yeah.
second. Because the
Wait
new
a
like
minute. We see
MCU is
that. We
about to
see
come
what you're
out.
doing. Yeah.
Like, at least
Oh,
they're honest about it. Like, we're
well,
putting
here's the
special effects
thing.
towards other things right now, you know,
I
the
feel bad
budget's
for the I
elsewhere.
feel bad for the She-Hulk people because they're not having a second season of She-Hulk. They confirmed that already.
I mean, in a sense, I already knew because of them kind of slimming down things, but honestly, it's for the better because I rather them have quality than quantity. I
That's
don't
what
care
they're
if they
going for.
delay things. Yeah, I don't care if they delay things. I still want these projects, or at
Yeah.
least to see the characters show up in other projects that would make sense, like
Yeah.
for their characters to show up. Like I was not expecting Wong to be in like everything, like,
Oh my, well, and here's what
but it
got
was
me.
cool
They
and it
made
worked.
him. I heard, and here's the thing. We're going back to Secret Wars real quick. I heard he's going to be one recruiting everyone for Secret Wars.
Potentially. I also
I
kind of
got,
heard that they might do something like with Loki because of like Avengers Prime. But I don't know.
yeah,
We'll see what happens. There's
yeah,
so
we will.
many ideas. There's so many
We
things. There's so
also,
many pieces we don't know yet.
did you ever see the link that I sent you about the creature commandos?
I did not yet. I am so sorry. I've been
It's all
working
good.
and dealing with
But
life.
no, it's like that's like James Gunn. He know what he was doing too. He made it where
Hmm.
he said we're not doing much on the San Diego Comic Con this year because he's filming for Superman, which I'm excited for. But
True.
he slipped in a creature commandos. It's basically like Suicide Squad, but it's creatures like
Hmm.
monsters. And
Oh, okay. I think I remember hearing about that.
yeah, then but one of the Suicide Squad members, the Weasel, he's in it.
Yeah. True,
So
true.
and
Would
but
would they have King
no,
Shark in it, or is that not a thing?
no, because he ain't technically supernatural. Well, King Shark, he kind of is supernatural, but at the same time, no, he's doing his own thing. But
Okay.
yeah, all I'm saying right now is one of the real good things I'm excited for in San Diego Comic Con was the Bot series, the Bot Rising
Oh
from the
yeah.
boys,
Yep, the boys. Yep. I'm
because
excited for that.
it's like a pre. Because all the boys,
Yeah, it
they
is supposed to be
all
a
their
prequel.
all the shows and like Gen V, all that, they were all
Hmm.
fantastic.
Yes. And I'm so excited for the next thing that's gonna come out, which is the second season of Gen V. I am sad
Yes,
about
the
that
actor.
one dude. Yeah. I don't want to butcher
Yeah,
his name. I think I'm gonna accidentally butcher it, so I'm not gonna say it, but we all know who I'm talking
we all
about.
know the person that just recently
Like,
passed.
I love this guy so much. And he
I did
technically was in
too.
the 27 Club. That's so sad. Like, I
Yeah,
loved him in Sabrina, in the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. Like, he
yeah,
was in there, but then also, the girl that does the blood powers, Marie, she was also
yeah.
in the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, which was so cool to see her.
Oh God, I didn't even
And
realize that.
yeah, it took me a while because her hair is different and she was wearing
Oh,
glasses.
oh,
Yeah,
oh! I know
yeah.
what you're talking about. Yeah, okay.
And she was
Uh,
younger, so I mean,
I
she's gonna
mean,
look
yeah,
slightly different.
yeah. I mean,
But
yeah,
it's a lot of the things. And she's
but
playing a
what
completely
got
different character.
what got me was in Bots Rising. They're gonna bring back
Hmm.
Stormfront and they're gonna bring back Soldier
Oh yeah.
Boy. So
Because the whole
yeah,
premise of that, yeah, it's a prequel, and the whole premise is like seeing how Vought started and seeing the first like superhumans that they created with V.
yeah, and I don't know. Like, okay, in your opinion, who do you think is worse, Stormfront or Soldier Boy?
Stormfront's a fucking Nazi, but Soldier Boy is a freaking racist.
That's what I'm
Um,
about to say. He's racist,
so
though.
like, But I
I
don't
felt
think
so.
he's like purposely genociding people though. Storefront's literally for genocide. Like that's like
Okay,
like,
yeah, I get that.
there's levels to
But
it. They both suck, but there's levels
they
to it.
and here the thing, he is a veteran with PTSD.
He is
And that
very much so.
so and look, I understand the rage going from Soldier Boy though. They put basically a radioactive thing in him.
Yeah, that shit's
So
crazy.
yeah, and man, the last boy season was crazy. We're gonna talk about the next boy season next episode, but no,
Yeah,
it
because
it,
it's gonna
it was
be Gen V season 2, and then it's gonna be the final season of The Boys.
yes, and that throws me off. It's like wow, there. It's like
Why?
I can because I can right now remember the first time I watched the boy season one like it was
Yo,
yesterday, and it was like it
that
didn't even
first
seem that
season.
long ago,
It wasn't.
and
It wasn't. It was, but it wasn't. Like,
it was like because he kept coming out with seasons every year back to
yeah.
back.
And then even the diabolical cartoon and the fact that like 2 of the episodes are canon.
Yes. I still look. I'm still mad about the Diabolical TV series because the Black Noir he wrote something to Homelander in the
Yeah.
episode that, and it's like we don't know what he said. He said something to
Mm.
calm Homelander down in his ego
Mm-hmm.
because they were fighting,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden Black Noir said, "Wait," like with his hand, and he just started writing something that made it where they
Yeah.
thought fighting, and they were just best of buddies. And I'm like, and then
Hmm.
when he executed him in one of
Yeah.
the last season, it seemed like he
Yeah.
says you are a brother to me. So it's like, what did he say to make
Yeah.
y'all bond? That's the only thing I ever
I don't
wondered.
know, man. That's a
But
good
no,
question.
Soldier Boy and Stormfront, they were both maniacal in their own rights.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like
Yeah.
I'm excited to see them back to back together. And but yeah, I'm very excited about that. I'm excited, especially for Gen V with season 2, which they announced at Comic Con. Uh, and yeah,
Yeah.
so but
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
it's
definitely excited about a lot of things.
yeah, and
Makes me sad.
also I don't know if this was announced at Comic Con, but Robert Kirkman announced showed that what the new season Invincible is going to look like, and he's going to be wearing a blue suit.
Oh, oh yeah, I knew the blue suit was coming because you probably peeped with the last season, like
Mm-hmm.
whenever they put up the Invincible like title card, how
Mm-hmm.
it was like cracking.
Mm-hmm.
And then by the last episode, it was completely blue and black, like his new suit's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Just how the first season it just got bloodier and bloodier.
Oh
And
my.
then we saw why. Like,
It's like, bro, but no.
so now I'm wondering what this next season, how that intro is gonna be looking, since apparently each time it's an Easter egg when you think about it.
I mean, technically, yeah. But yeah, like San Diego Comic Con came out with quite a few things, but
Hmm.
what interests you? Like, you already know say what all interested you, Mix, or what all?
Yeah, those were definitely all the major things that I'm very much so interested in. And you mentioned the VOT rising thing, which is also a big thing I'm interested in.
Yeah,
Um, I'm pretty sure there was tons of other announcements, but those are the main ones that just really caught my eye.
exactly. And it's like
I
usually,
mean, in terms of comics, apparently there's going to be a new run for Lara Kinney Wolverine of
oh yeah,
X-23. So that's going to be exciting.
it
I
is.
love
And then
Discovery.
then I heard there's a Venom Wars.
Ooh,
Yeah,
cool.
it, yeah, like it's gonna have Eddie Brock and his son in it. So,
Mm.
but no, we're gonna San Diego Comic Con. It definitely was good this year, but they
Mhm.
didn't have much, but they had enough to
Yeah.
excite everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like there's
Like,
quite a few things going to be coming out. Like, there's going to be the Ultimate Universe 1 year, number
mm-hmm,
one.
mm-hmm.
There's going to be new set of the Infinity Comics.
Ooh,
On Marvel Unlimited, Dogpool joins Catpool and Mousepool on a new adventure, while Beastly Buddies Man Thing and Werewolf by Night search for their place in the world. That sounds interesting. There's the Eight Deaths of Spider-Man. as Sorcerer Supreme Doctor Doom grants Spider-Man 8 extra lives to serve a higher purpose in this new
Wow.
Amazing Spider-Man storyline. And then there's going to be a new West Coast Avengers run that sees Iron Man and War Machine put together a new team, including Ultron.
Okay, that's weird.
I want to see where it goes.
I mean, I
And
do
then,
too, but I'm just saying straight up, they seen how Age of Ultron went in the comics and in the movies.
yeah, the comics were no comment on that one. And the movie, yeah, we definitely saw that one. But
Yeah,
also,
so
coming in 2025,
mhm.
there's going to be a comic run called One World Under Doom.
Really?
Yes.
What? Oh my God. Let's see.
Yes.
I'm looking it up right now. One World Under
Understandable.
Doom. Let's see. That one
And
is.
the only thing that we really know about it is, well, that it was just announced at the next
Oh,
big thing
let's see.
panel
What's this?
at
Next
San Diego
fucking.
Comic-Con. And it says, discover why the Marvel Universe submits to Doctor Doom next week in Blood Hunt #5, and stay tuned in the months ahead for more information on this startling development for the future.
Look, Blood Hunt was insane because all the Marvel Universe in that comic run were vampires.
Facts. This
And
is
it's
going to
like,
be interesting.
bro, every time we see someone dominating the Marvel Universe, that's what's insane is that Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
So, also I forgot to mention, the guy that plays Kang, Jonathan Majors, he is upset that Robert Downey Jr. replaced him as Kang.
Yeah.
That's sad, but it's like, bro,
Honestly, I don't want to hear anything he has to say. Like, yo, you made your decisions. Like,
I get that. You're like, oh, wow, you're brutal about him, Max. You're like, I don't want to hear about him.
because he made his decisions and those are the consequences. Like, you
I
can't
get
be
that. He's like,
mad or distraught that someone else is brought back in. Like,
he's
dude,
like,
that could have been
he's
you,
whining,
but
he's whining about it. He's like, and they replaced me. Well, they have the movie still going. I mean, either they without
I
you or with you, you
mean,
know.
yeah, so there's that. Like,
And people are
feels like
making
he's
memes so much,
talking.
and
Yeah.
people are
It feels
making
like he's
memes.
talking just to be relevant.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, they're making memes about him now, crying, and it's like, bro,
Cool. Love it.
you said
Love
you
to see
said
it.
cool.
Cool. Love it. Love to see it.
Oh my God, man.
I'm so mean. I know. I'm so mean. It is what it is, though.
It is what it is, but damn, but no, next, next episode we are talking about the boys, and
Hmm.
like I said, what I've seen so far about the boys is fantastic, and it's like,
Yeah.
all I'm
And it's
saying
so
right now,
different from the comics. So
it
different.
is
But
okay.
I'm still
What's
loving what
differences
he's
do you
doing.
spot? What differences do you
Oh,
spot?
there are
Is
way
that
too many. The story went completely different direction. Little differences. Kimiko did not have a name in the comics. She was just referred to as the
the
female in the
female?
comics.
Yeah.
Yeah. Starlight has much more personality in the show and has much more going on, but
Mm-hmm.
also in the show she was like sexually assaulted by
The
the
deep.
Deep, but in the comics
Oh
it
God, I
was
know what you're
like
talking about now.
a
Yeah.
three thing. It was like
Black
Homelander,
Noir,
Black
Homelander,
Noir,
and
and
yeah,
who's the other one? There's another one.
Homelander.
Was it A Train? I think it was A Train. I think.
Oh
I
my,
don't know. He was
I
more
think
fucked
it
up in the
was.
comics. Like he
Yeah,
was just a
cause
douchebag in the comics. It was so much
they
more
were all
grungy.
douchebags. What are you talking about?
I mean, yeah, but I mean, at least now in the show, he's like trying to get his redemption. He's
And
in
then
his redemption arc. He never
they
had a
all,
redemption arc in the fucking
and in the
comics. He was
comics
just a
also,
piece of
Soldier
shit.
Boy was not as a threat like he was in the show.
Yeah, he was a piece of shit. He was like not a piece of shit. He was like lame. He was like one of those people they'd call big for nothing. Like he was just
Yeah, because yeah,
he looked all
he
super
wanted to live up
powered
to
and
Homelander.
cool.
He wanted to
But
live up to
yeah,
Homelander and saying, "Hey, I'm with the big guys," just because he's near him. And it's like, bro, you're not
yeah,
Homelander's. You're like Homelander's sidekick, but not his sidekick.
yeah, yeah, all of that. It was weird. Yeah, but then in the show they put him in a slightly past timeline type shit, so he actually ends up being Homelander's dad.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
and the
I
fact
know
that
that's completely different than the comics,
it
but
is, but
it's
I
interesting.
love their interactions, man, because it's like
Yeah.
Homelander literally looked at him, and says, "I looked up to you, and you're like my hero, and you're like me," and then freaking Soldier Boy just puts him down by saying, "You're his hero,
Yeah.
buddy. You're wearing a cape." And right when they were fighting, he shows you why heroes shouldn't
Yeah.
wear capes. He just yanks him down like
Facts.
he's beating a rug.
Yeah, that shit was funny.
I laughed
I
my
think he
ass off
said he
at
was
that.
disappointed in him or something, or that he was
Yeah,
like,
because he
or
said,
he
you know
called
what?
him a
After
disappointment or
he did,
something
because he
along
showed
those
him,
lines.
Homelander showed him his son. He's like, look, we're a
Hmm.
happy family now. And he's like, buddy, you know, I thought something about you now. He's like, what? You are a disappointment. And it's like, bro.
That was so funny. That was
He
fucking
says, look,
hilarious.
this is your grandson. We can be a happy family. He's like, you want to do cookouts together? No, you're a disappointment to me now.
I'm dead.
I was laughing at, but Jensen Ackles did a great job as it.
Yeah, so true. Another difference was so in the comics,
Mm-hmm.
Becca, who is actually referred to as Becky in the comics, but Becca in the show,
Yeah.
aside from that minor thing, she actually died from the childbirth, and that scene was creepy because this
Mm-hmm.
fetus just shows up and then I think Butcher kills it or something weird. I don't know. Well, not a fetus.
Uh,
It was born, but it killed her along the way. It sounded almost
yeah.
like the way they described Homelander's birth, you know?
God bless. Yeah.
So something like that, and then he killed it. Whereas in the show, he thought she was dead, but didn't know how. He didn't know really. I don't
Mm-hmm.
remember what story they told him, but then when he found out she was alive and that she had a whole ass child that was the product of being raped. I mean, I think she was raped in the comics too, but yeah, he got to see the aftermath of that bullshit. So I don't know, it was crazy. That was different. That was so different. Oh my goodness. Oh, and Stormfront was a guy.
Yeah, they did a lot of changes and stuff
There
like
was a
that,
lot of
but
things here and there.
they was.
Like
But I mean, they made the show good though. It's like, so it's
yes,
like,
I like the things they did because they made it more relevant. Oh, like Vic
yeah.
the V, like his name was Vic instead of Victoria. And he was more like a Bush Jr. type thing, George W.
Yeah.
Bush. So he seemed kind of dumb and the Republican angle, whereas this version had her seem more like AOC and like the liberal democratic type thing, but she was still doing bullshit in the background anyway for her own like ends. Man, her death sucked because like she was finally like turning around and just being like,
Yeah.
you know what, this shit ain't worth it. And then Butcher just comes in and just that was some bullshit. Like I wish he would
You're like,
actually
that was a,
see.
it's like, that's some
Like it's
bullshit.
totally Butcher. Don't get me wrong. That's totally something Butcher would do,
Yeah.
especially with that freaking thing talking to him. But
Yeah.
like, I wish he would have sat and listened for a moment. Just a
Just
moment.
for
Because they were
like, you want to
actually
keep
about
it,
to get somewhere. They were about to get
it's,
some information. Things are about
it's,
to go a certain way. And
it's like
then,
it's like stuff about stuff like this. Like I love about comics is like you want to jump in and you want to be like, listen, just for a moment. I know you want to beat the shit out of it, but listen for a moment without the rage. I mean, that's what I love about so many moments. Like you want to be in there just for that 1 second. Say, listen, just stop what you're doing and take a breath. But
take
no,
a breath, my
it's
guy.
take a breath, man, homie. Just sit down and just sit down. But no,
Sit down and sit down.
it's like, yeah, it's like, come on, we can talk without using our fists to talk. It's like, it's okay.
Yeah,
But no,
for sure.
uh, but no. All I'm saying, I'm excited about the next episode. Also, of Geeking Out Loud, we're going to talk with the boys. But San Diego Comic
Hmm.
Con, I believe it was a success. I also forgot to
Hmm.
mention they made drone shows where they were shaped as Deadpool, Wolverine, and
Ooh.
Galactus. They also
That's cool.
showed the Fantastic Four's car,
Oh yeah, I
and
mentioned that when you were missing for a second. I just started like
uh
looking at stuff and continuing instead of like, yeah, I
I could
mentioned
tell when I
the
popped in. I'm like,
car.
"Hey, everyone!" And all of a sudden, I did not know I was gone for more than a moment. Then all of a sudden, I was like, "Where are we?"
That's fair. Yeah, I mentioned the Fantastic Four. I mentioned the title of the movie, First Steps. I
hmm
mentioned about the car. I mentioned about the little film that they showed, and seeing Pedro Pascal like embody the role of Reed Richards in such a short clip.
Oh,
Like,
oh,
yeah,
so the clip was good.
from what I heard, like from what I've seen a little bit, but it's mostly things I've heard because there's only so much I
Yeah,
could show. Let's be honest.
yeah. I mean, I get that.
Yeah.
Man, it's like everything that's coming from Marvel. I'm excited for, and everything that's going to announce, I'm excited for. So it's like there are not any disappointments in this one. So,
True.
but anyways, so this is the end of the episode, and till next time,
Yep.
we're gonna do the season. Next season, do a season review on the boys. So,
Yep.
and I'm excited for that. So
Same.
yeah. Anyways, Mix, I will hit you up later, and we'll talk more. Okay.
Bet. Of course.
All right.
Have a
Talk to all of y'all
great
later,
night, everybody.
and don't forget to
Thank you.
subscribe, comment, and like the video. All
Yeah,
righty.
all that stuff.
All that stuff. All right.
All of it. Bye.